Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. Today I'm going to talk about when you feel like you're not getting what you want in dating. There's a lot of different reasons why this is happening. One, and probably the biggest reason, is you're picking the wrong people, you guys. You're looking at people on the surface. You're not looking in depth at that person. That's why I tell you time and time again, you've got to move slowly to see what that person is about. It's not about how attracted you are to them. It's not about if they have a great job. It's not about if they have their own apartment or their own house, okay? It's about their character, number one, how they treat you. Character is probably one of the most important things to look for in somebody. It's not even their personality, because you could date somebody who could be a lot of laughs. You can go out, have a great time with them, and they could be a crappy partner to be with because maybe they're very selfish. Maybe they're fun on the date, because that's a date. That's not, let's say, being married to someone. That's completely different, you guys. So this is why I tell you this, all right? Because in life, you're going to have different things, different hardships that you come across that you have to overcome with your partner. They could be financial hardships. They could be hardships with family. They could be hardships where somebody gets sick. They could be hardships with issues with children. There could be hardships if you're dealing with somebody who was married before and has kids, or has a ex-wife or an ex somewhere, all right? So this is what I mean. Relationships are very, very complex, okay? So there's a lot of different factors you have to look at. And when you say to yourself, why am I having such a hard time in this dating world? Why is it so hard to meet people? Well, another factor is that the world is a lot different than it used to be in dating. Okay, I say this again. I've said it time and time again. All right. Today, there's a lot more options. Today, we have social media where people are addicted. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people that are addicted to inboxing other people on social media because it's so easy. It's because of their ego, you guys. It's because of their ego, or they could be somebody who always thinks the grass is greener somewhere else. Okay? And this goes back to what I've just said. It has to do with somebody's character, who you're getting involved with. If you're dealing with somebody who, let's say, we'll call them the social media whore, the person that, constantly needs their ego fed on social media, and it's not for their hustle, okay? In other words, they're not a social media influencer or building a brand where, they need that constant attention because they're building a business. They're just doing it for their own personal ego. This is what you have to contend with, you guys, all right? So you want somebody who understands how life works, okay? See, the problem today in dating is that what you have today is that there is a lot of selfish people out there. And we had an issue like this on a post in the group about ghosting, okay? People were going back and forth. Well, why do they ghost? Why do they ghost? If I'm not interested in somebody, I'm very courteous to them, and I let them know, I'm not that interested, or you're a nice person, or blah, 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 blah. Because you're dealing in a society where a lot of people don't care about anything but is what is to their benefit, okay? So the thing is, a lot of people won't tell you, I'm not into you. They may just ghost you. Why? Well, there's a number of different reasons why they could ghost you. They could ghost you because they have somebody already. They could be married. They could be in a relationship. They could be dating multiple people. Okay? They may not be that into you, but the bottom line is they have no respect for you. Okay? They're not that into you, and they're not showing you respect. So they have no character. Here we go again. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a person's character. All right. How they treat other people is probably one of the most important things you have to look at when you're looking for somebody. This is why a lot of people hit the wall in dating, because they put up with a lot of crap that they shouldn't be putting up with. They give too many chances to people that don't respect them. This is your biggest mistake, you guys. This is why I always tell you, you have to go back and listen to my cutoff game needs to be fierce, all right? Too many chances. And they were saying also on this post, oh, well, I think that men really don't know what they want. They know what they want. They know exactly what they want. Stop thinking that they are stupid. They are not stupid, okay? They're doing what they want for whatever benefit it is to them. And you have women that do it as well. You have women that ghost. You have women that play games. It goes both ways, you guys. We're talking about human character. We're talking about what somebody's beliefs and what their morals and how they were raised. And even if they were raised a certain way, what is their beliefs today? How do they look at a relationship? Do they even want a relationship? Are you trying to get a relationship with somebody who likes being single, who likes their freedom? So this is why I tell you, you've got to be focused and you got to know your target, all right? You've got to look at that person with a critical eye, and you have to say to yourself, you know what? Does this person have potential to be in a relationship? Or am I picking somebody that's a player? I'm picking somebody who's in love with themselves. I'm picking somebody who's selfish, okay? We talk about narcissists all the time. Oh, this one's a narcissist. Oh, that one's a narcissist. But what does it break down to? What does it break down to? What is a narcissist? A narcissist is somebody who's very, very selfish, okay? It's all about them and what's to their benefit. That's what it breaks down to. And this is why I tell you, you want somebody that's giving, that has a good heart, okay? See, here's the thing, you guys. People don't want to hear this, all right? They don't want to hear this. They want that eye candy. They want that person that they could look at and, they're feeling hot and horny and they just want to jump in bed with that person. They don't want to hear, oh, that person's got a good heart. No. They're thinking the lust. Okay, they're thinking about how much they're lusting that person, how much they want to be in bed with that person, how that person turns them on. That's why a lot of people are overlooking the important things. Okay, now I'm not saying you shouldn't be attracted to somebody. You've got to have a level of attraction, because I have girlfriends that are actually divorced because they married certain guys that they weren't that attracted to. All right. And, they just married them because, I guess he's a good guy or he was marriage material. And later on, there just wasn't enough there. There wasn't that physical attraction. So you need a balance, all right? You need somebody, obviously, that you have a physical, sexual attraction to. It doesn't have to be this overwhelming attraction, but there's got to be an attraction. And you've got to have that mental connection with that person. You've got to be able to have a conversation and enjoy that person's company without bringing sex into the mix, okay? Because as much as people would want to just, sit in a bed and have sex all day long, that's not how life goes, you guys. It goes. So you have to think about this and you have to say to yourself, you know what? There has to be the balance. There has to be the sexual factor, but there also has to be the factor that, I could do other things with this person and I can enjoy their company and we're on the same page and we have similar views on how to live our lives. In other words, we're not, always partying every day of the week, or we're serious about our careers. You have to be comparable with the same person so that you are going in the same direction. Now, here is one of the biggest obstacles that you guys are going to encounter out there, okay? The problem is there's so much easy sex out there. This is a problem for somebody looking for a relationship. There's a lot of temptation and there's a lot of easy sex out there. So it's very hard to get involved in a relationship with somebody who enjoys having multiple partners or having variety. That's not your target. Okay? And how do you know that? You look at their track record. You look at their prior dating history. You look at how long they've been in prior relationships and what were those relationships like and why did they break up? What was the determining factor for them breaking up? Are you dealing with somebody who easily gets bored and ends a relationship and wants something new? How are you going to know that? Because you're going to look at their track record. You're going to look at their prior dating history, and it tells you, you guys, it's like a blueprint almost of how it will go in the future. Okay? What do we say? The greatest indicator of past behavior is the greatest indicator, rather, of future behavior is past behavior. Okay, you guys? So here's the thing. All right? It's very difficult out there because it's very difficult to find somebody that wants what you want. Okay? So you have to weed through and not give your time to the zeros, the people that play games, the people that, are not moving forward, the people that, are the floaters, the people that tell you, I don't know what I want, or I'm just going with the flow or something like that. Those people are a waste of your time unless you're not looking for a relationship, okay? If you're looking for a relationship, do not invest your time into people like that, okay? This is the problem. This is the problem with a lot of women. They hang on in hopes like they're going to change their mind. No, okay? No, they told you what it was, and you better listen, or you're going to be waking up one day, a couple years later, and say, why did I stay in this relationship so long? Okay? Now, another reason why you could be hitting the wall is that you're getting hit on by people that you're not really into, or you're being very picky and you're not giving somebody a chance. See, this happens a lot. There's a lot of guys I see in the group, good guys, okay? Maybe not the best looking, all right? Maybe on a scale from 1 to 10, they're like a 7. And, they make gestures at the women and stuff like that. And the women, they don't want them. Who do they want? They want the guy that, is the 10 on the Richter scale, who's the player and everything like that. So if you keep going for somebody who's, let's say, the 10, and that person has a lot of option and that person likes their freedom, you're going to go nowhere with that person. That person is a waste of your time, okay? So you have to look at other things besides just the surface level of their looks and everything. You have to look and see if that person, is a good person, is a true blue real person, because there are good guys out there. It's just that a lot of women are not attracted to them because maybe physically they're not really, they don't have that macho look that a lot of women want. So women are like, he's all right. I'm not really into him or whatever. Okay. But meanwhile, that guy is the guy that's going to treat you like a queen. Okay. It depends. You can't always say that a guy that's, not a 10, maybe he's a 6 or 7 is going to treat you like a queen. But that's, it depends on the person. That's why you got to look at their character. That's why you got to have conversation. That's why you got to see, does this person make an effort? Who's making an effort? Who's trying to get to know you? Are you giving that person a chance? Okay? Ask yourself, have you turned away people that maybe weren't, the hottest thing in the world, but maybe were good people that wanted to get to know you, but you really, physically, you were like, because, you can fix somebody up, all right? In other words, if you're talking to somebody and let's say you're dealing with a guy and he's overweight, all right? Or something like that. That is something that, you could work on with him to try to get him in a health regimen if he's somebody who takes care of his health and everything like that. those are things that you could work on with somebody. I mean, obviously you want somebody who takes care of themselves, all right? But sometimes people, that's where relationships, that's where you help each other out in a relationship and you're somebody's support system. You help them in their goals if they're willing to do that. Maybe they just need a support system, somebody to help them be their best person, okay? That's where you say to yourself, well, you know what? There could be potential here. There could be potential here. This is what I'm saying, all right? Instead of looking for the perfect package already wrapped in, the cellophane already looking pretty, look at somebody that has that potential of maybe being that person, but just needs a little direction, okay? All right, so you got to look at the person's character first. This is the bottom line, the person's character first, and you have to have some level of attraction. Now, I'm not just telling you, remember what I said, I'm not just telling you, just go for somebody that's a good person or something like that. I'm telling you, yes, there has to be a certain level, there has to be a little bit of an attraction there to build on, okay? And sometimes when you get to know somebody's character and when somebody treats you good, you start really liking that person, okay? This happened to my girlfriend. She was dating this guy. He wasn't the best looking guy in the world, but he treated her like a queen. Like a queen, okay? He was taking her out to the best restaurants. He was buying her flowers and everything like that. And, I actually was the one who introduced her to this guy, okay? And she really was not, in the beginning, she really wasn't treating him right. And I said something to her. And I said, if you're not into him, don't lead this guy on, okay? Do not lead this guy on. And she's like, no, I like him. Okay, and what happened is he started to pull away from her. And the minute he started to pull away from her, all of a sudden she was chasing him a little bit, okay? And all of a sudden she missed him and everything like that. And she realized, she was losing a good person. And then, they got back together and everything like that. But she didn't realize what she had at the time, okay? So the point isn't, to play games or anything like that. The point is to realize that when somebody treats you right, to value it, okay? See, another problem with relationships, why people hit a wall, is because people don't want to put the work in, okay? You got the women there. You have all different types of women, all right? You got women that chase guys. You have other women that kick back and say, oh, well, he should be chasing me, okay? And now you're dealing with a particular person and you don't know how their outlook is, okay? You don't know if they have an old-fashioned type of view of things where they're going to pursue the woman, or if they feel that the woman needs to make just as much an effort as they do. So you got to be with somebody that views, has the same kind of outlook on dating as you do, okay? Because if you're an old-fashioned type of person and you want somebody with old-fashioned values, in other words, you believe that the guy should text you, the guy should pursue you and everything like that, then you need to find a guy that believes in that as well, who understands what that is. Instead of finding a guy that feels a woman should chase him, okay? You have to know your target. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. You have to know your target and stop trying to change or mold somebody that you're not going to be able to change their views on that, all right? Okay, so let me just say this, you guys. When you talk about hitting the wall in dating, number one, ask yourself, are you picking the same type of partners, okay? Do you see a pattern in your prior dating history of these people being the same type of partners? Like, for instance, I knew women that kept picking the bad boy, okay? And they always ended up, nowhere with that person because that person was a non-committable type of person. That person was somebody who was very selfish, into himself or into bad things. And when you're in a relationship with somebody like that, it's nothing but headaches, troubles, And it's a path for disaster, okay? So are you picking the same type of person? Are you picking somebody who's, not available all the time and you're putting up with that? Ask yourself, is this person making me a priority to see me and talk to me on a regular basis, okay? Or are you just hanging on and saying, well, maybe in time things will change? Or no, if somebody is not that into you in the beginning, they're not going to be that into you later on, okay? They may come back to you because they don't find better. But remember, you were not their first choice. There was something in you that they were not completely sold on, all right? Or they're one of these people that always thinks the grass is greener somewhere else. So this is what you got to keep in your head, all right? So the point I'm trying to make is this, all right? A lot of times people hit the wall is because we create our own disasters, all right? It's like somebody who's heartbroken from a bad breakup and didn't see the red flags or didn't want to see the red flags or ignored the red flags. And then now they're in a situation where that partner left them or that partner just doesn't care or something like that. There is always red flags there, okay? Some people choose to see them and some people don't. And when you don't, or you don't have your boundaries in place, this is what you end up with, a bad breakup, okay, you guys? So here's the thing, okay? You've got to be in tune with yourself and with the other person. You have to know who you're dealing with. You have to know what that person's character is, okay? That's number one when picking a partner, their character, okay? You could also look into other things as their relationship with their family. Are they independent? Are they codependent on their family or other people? That's another huge red flag too, if you pick somebody like that, all right? You want somebody who's independent that could give you their time and their energy into the relationship. Not that they have all these other things going on and they can't give you their time and their energy, all right? That is somebody who is emotionally unavailable. So you're wasting your time with somebody like that, all right? You will know. When it's right, it will flow. You won't have the highs and the lows. You'll have disagreements. No relationship is perfect. You may disagree here or there, but for the most part, the two of you are on the same page and you're going for the same, future and you want the same things and you have the same kind of values and morals and you respect each other. All right? So if you're not dealing with somebody like that, then you are wasting your time. And that could be why you're hitting a wall. And the other thing too, you guys, is, you have to go where you're going to find people that are looking for relationships. I've said it before 1,000 times. The dating apps are not the same. A lot of guys on the dating apps that are there are not looking for relationships. Most of the guys that go on a dating app are not looking for a relationship. They're looking for hookups. Or you also have scammers on there as well. So if you keep going back to the dating apps, going back to Tinder, going back to Bumble, going back to all these dating apps, because the dating apps are pretty much the same, okay? It's the same people on all the apps, all right? You're just going in a circle. You're going in a circle. You're wasting your time, okay, which could be spent on other things, instead of kind of branching out and trying other things, like doing community things. Trying to meet people through interest groups, trying to meet people through friends and family, trying to meet people who are serious-minded people instead of wasting your time with people that are clowns, okay? So, you see any of that kind of clown business, you have to exit out. That's it. You're wasting your time, all right? So these are a couple of things I've touched upon as to why you may be hitting the wall, okay? I hope that helps you. If it did, please hit the subscribe button, share, and have a great day, you guys. Are you having a problem in your dating or relationship life and you need a question answered? Well, go to my website. The link is in the podcast description, and you'll see how you can ask Yaz a question and get it answered confidentially. So go to the podcast description and look for the link where it talks about how Yaz will answer your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz. I want to tell you about my 2 books that are on Amazon, okay? You can download them free with the trial membership from Kindle. The first book is Regain Your Power. If you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner has all the control in the relationship, maybe you're walking around on eggshells, you're afraid to approach them, it's going to tell you how to regain your power and be happy in the relationship, okay? And what you may be doing wrong, and that's why your partner has all the control in the relationship. The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time. There's a lot of people that are dating someone or in a relationship with somebody who's not really vested in the relationship. And we often are confused as to whether our partner really likes us or is into us or wants a future with us. And this book is going to give you signs and red flags of whether your partner is into you or he's just basically drifting and wasting your time. So go to Amazon and download the Kindle free trial membership. Doesn't cost you anything. And check it out. It may help you. Okay? And have a great day.